Hello everyone, welcome to another video. So again, continuing from where we left off. First we have boss Catwoman. She doesn't really do anything difficult with her modifiers. So we are going to use Blue Beetle. Now Blue Beetle, he doesn't have any build or anything, no gears, nothing. I haven't even re-rolled his talents. So basically, as I have unlocked him, and as it is I'm using him, I haven't done any modifications there in his build. So okay, there I actually got a call. Yeah, anyways, that's fine. So yeah, Blue Beetle, basically he doesn't have anything on him, and I tried him once. He was able to do 1 billion damage. So here the health of this boss is 800 million, so I was like, let's do a one shot with Blue Beetle. So that's the reason. So setup is again Blue Beetle with Ferren Knife, and supports are Batman, Ninja, Gorilla Grodd and Classic Flash. Artifacts, Ferren Knife on Blue Beetle, passive stats on Grodd and Flash. So the thing is, the gameplay basically is like you first build the stacks with build the Ferren Knife stacks using the special 2 to make yourself unhittable, and then you're supposed to do his super move once he has the 3 evolution states. So how to know if he has the evolution states is that he gets some kind of a blue energy on his suit. You can see blue waves kind of thing going on his suit, so that's when you're supposed to do the super move. And yeah, once that is done, then you can do Flash super move, and then you can start dealing damage. And while dealing damage, you are also supposed to do the special 3 with Blue Beetle, because that gives him plus 3 fast attack hits. So in total he gets like 7 fast attack hits. So that's his thing, and that's how he deals damage basically. So that is what you're supposed to do. Another thing here is that you can basically change the class of Blue Beetle with the special 1. He will basically just change his class to whatever benefits against the opponent class. That's how he basically changes his class. I did not do that actually. I did not do the special 1 because I forgot about it. Yeah, that's the thing. But anyways, doesn't matter. We are still doing good amount of damage. So that's it. So that's the one shot with Blue Beetle. And yeah, then let's move to the next fight then. Next, I think we will have boss Robin. Again, boss Robin, I don't think he does anything bad. Again, stun and freeze immunity in this solo raid, like many bosses have it. It's actually annoying sometimes. So he also has it. Yeah, and the team we are using is King and Raven with Ferren Knife and passive stats. Ferren Knife I have at level 5 now. I think I did upgrade it in the last video only. So it does give me more passive stats, I guess. How much does it do? 15,000 attack, right? Yeah. So right now it gives me more passive stats than my Entropy Aegis, not more than the Father Box. I think I did upgrade my Ferren Knife to level 6 in this video, I'm not sure. After that, it will give me highest passive stats, because like at level 6 Ferren Knife will give 18k attack. Then Father Box currently gives me 17.5k, and this one, the Entropy Aegis, that I think gives me around 15k attack. So that is the thing. Ferren Knife will have the highest passive stats now. Anyways, one more thing I noticed while playing this is that so Ferren Knife, actually the thing is, you are supposed to do the said amount of hits without taking damage, and that's how you build the stacks. But the thing is, the enemy super move actually does not count, or does not break the count of the Ferren Knife stacking, because here you can see I did a few hits after he did the super move, and we still got the stack of Ferren Knife and the time extension. So I think that's a bug maybe, because the enemy super move is just not resetting the Ferren Knife count. That is what is happening. But it's fine. I mean, it's good for me, because otherwise you would have to build the combo again. So it's fine, not a big deal. Yeah. Anyways, so we have gotten the stacks of iron knife, and I'm not bothering to get the Aquaman damage buff in the first tag in itself. I just get the Fahrenheit stacks first, then I get the Darkness of Raven, and then while dealing damage with King, when you do the third specials, then you are eventually going to get the full damage buff. So that's what I'm doing. I'm not going for the full damage buff initially. Anyways, I mean, doesn't really matter because Fire and Knife is such a strong artifact that it can take 2 billion health out in just a few seconds if you have all the stacks. So that really doesn't matter. Anyways, let's take a look at the rewards next. Again, rewards are not going to be the best. Yeah, Red Hood. Yeah, not at all useful for me. Then next tier. So this tier is right now made easy, you can say, because here Silver Superman and Wonder Woman, they have the special shield, the reflective shield. So now the thing is, those shields are disabled, so they don't really use those shields now, and that actually made this tier easy. So for the first fight we are using Scorpion. This guy has dot immunity, and as we know, Scorpion bypasses dot immunity, so that's the reason we are going with this team. Now if Superman had the special shield, this would have become difficult because because then he blocks your special and you take a lot of damage, and then you have a risk of dying yourself. So that was the problem with the shields actually, and 2 characters in this tier had it, which made actually life difficult for the players. But it's fine now, as those are disabled, so we don't have to care about it, and so yeah, now we can kill them pretty easily. Like the only team that does well against the special shield is Batwoman the Drowned, because that just disables your specials. Robin King does that with his passive. So that was the problem when you have multiple bosses in a tier which have that special shield, but you have only one team that bypasses it, so that was the problem, and that's the reason why this tier was difficult. But now it's easy, it's pretty easy, because now the shields are disabled, so you can basically use other teams to kill these bosses, just the way I used Mortal Kombat team here. So yeah, that was it. Then let's move to the next fight. Next I think we'll have Batman. Yeah, classic Batman. Yeah. So again, he is also immune to stun and freeze. This is just bad, like a lot of bosses just are immune to stun and freeze. I mean, it's not a big deal because we have things that don't care about stun and freeze immunity. I think except for EPI, no one really cares about it, I guess. Yeah, no one does. But that is also okay. I mean, EPI, even without the stun damage, also can do a one shot. She is also very strong, so it doesn't really matter. Still. Anyways, so next fight we are using Batwoman and Robin King with Arkham Knight Batman instead of John Stewart Green Lantern. The reason is that I am saving John Stewart for the last fight, the final boss of this tier. Final boss, just boss, I guess. The boss of this tier, Green Lantern, he has the permanent hazards. So basically John will give you immunity from secondary hazard effects, and so I'm going to use John in that fight against Green Lantern. That's the reason here I'm using Arkham Knight Batman instead of John. The thing with my Arkham Knight Batman is that he's only 3 stars. So I think the thing is, John Stewart gives 100% more damage on hazards, or 100% more hazard damage, I think I should say, and Arkham Knight Batman at 3 stars only gives you 60% more hazard dot damage. So that's the only downside of using Arkham Knight Batman here, because I mean that will improve once I upgrade him, but again, Arkham Knight Batman chest I'm not going to open actively, because again he is not the most useful character. He is useful, I'm not saying that he is not useful, he is, but again not the most useful character again. So yeah, that's the only downside, but again doesn't really matter. Batwoman is strong enough. Then next we have Wonder Woman. So here we are using Superman with Fire and Knife. Supports are Killer Frost and Flash. So okay, this boss is not immune to stun and freeze, I guess. Yeah, she is not. So that's the reason we are going with this team. I mean, Superman wouldn't have cared anyways, but still. So the thing is, now Fire and Knife is at a higher level and it's pretty strong. The only modifier I think this boss has is that she ignores damage from swipe attacks. You can see the 1 values for damage when he does a swipe attack there, you know, a lot of 1s popping up. So that is the swipe damage that she is ignoring actually. But doesn't matter. I mean, with Fire and Knife, Superman is so strong that he doesn't really need that. He can, you know, just the basic hits are going to do a lot of damage. And Fire and Knife is also, you know, at higher level little bit, so it's even stronger. So you can see how the damage increases as we get the Fire and Knife stacks. Yeah, look at that, look at that. Yeah, pretty satisfying to see actually. And she's dead. So yeah, that didn't actually matter that she ignored damage from swipes. Okay, that was it. Anyways, let's move to the next fight. Next we will have Supergirl. So this boss Flash here, he is also immune to stun and freeze, and on top of that he has stun on tag in. So that's the reason I'm using Supergirl here, because with Supergirl and with Fire and Knife, you don't need to tag in and out, you know. So yeah, Supergirl also, we know she will very quickly kill this man. As soon as she starts getting the Fire and Knife stacks, her damage will start increasing exponentially. That we will see now. And classic Wonder Woman I'm using again for the crit damage purposes. I mean, again, Supergirl does not need it actually, but it's just that she does more damage when you have classic Wonder Woman, and the one shots are quicker. As you can see, how quickly the health bar is going down. Just look at that. Just look at that. Pretty crazy actually. Yeah, and by the time we got full Fire and Knife stacks, he was dead. So that's how crazy this combo is, you know. I mean, the thing with these new characters is that, you know, they have damage against target or incoming damage built in with them. That's the reason they are so strong. I mean, it's like, you know, having a gemstone or a lasso of truth on your character. Actually, a built-in gemstone and lasso, or a built-in raven, you can say. That is the deal. So that's how they are making these new characters strong, you know. They're just putting damage against target with the characters themselves. Yeah, anyways, yeah, next we have the last fight of this video. So yeah, the John, I'm using John with Beastbar, the fight I was talking about. So Green Lantern here has this hazards which will power drain you, and if you don't want that to happen, you use John Stewart, who gives you immunity from secondary hazard effects. So that's why I was, you know, saving up John, and so yeah, he will also be dead quickly. Now this man has a damage cap, I think. So we will hit the damage cap pretty easily. Again, it's Beast Boy. So yeah, this 33 million value, I think so. Yeah, that's the damage cap, yes. But doesn't really matter. He will be dead in a few seconds. And this is the last part of the video. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and let's meet in the next video then. Thank you very much. Bye bye.